A time of war. A time of homecoming. A time of tyrants. A time when the only way to uphold justice was to break the law. He gave the people the courage to fight. Stood for freedom became a legend. Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater, Alan Rickman, and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. Prince of Thieves.
Talking last night, Bill, and we had flashbacks, or I gave you flashbacks, some pretty bad ones, because I mentioned the Exorcist prequel. We were talking about Morgan Creek, the production company, which was right across this way from my offices in Building 90 when I was at Warner Brothers. And it was like a mysterious, they had really nice offices, but it was kind of like this mysterious setup. And you were telling me that it was run by Robinson, who was a car salesman in Baltimore, come in a couple days a week, decide he wanted to make this movie and do it. And then God bless us. And everyone involved, get your money up front. That was kind of sort of the
that's what I told my vendors.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he was, it was like a part-time for him, the owner. It was like a part-time operation because he was indeed a car dealer in Baltimore, and he would fly into LA for 3 or 4 days a week and then fly back to Baltimore. He had a very capable staff of people, I imagine. I know early on he had very, very good post-production staff. Eventually they moved off our lot and went to Universal, but we had an overall deal with them, a distribution deal.
Well, I'm at Universal now.
We're not partnered with them. Excuse me, I have to wipe my screen off. We didn't have a partnership with them. It was just a distribution deal. We would distribute for a fee.
Well, I'm at Universal now. I don't think they're there now. So I don't know where they moved to, or if they're even still a company.
Well, you know what? I can look on IMDb Pro and see.
Let's not. We're going to go down a rapid. See, here's the thing. I'll do my impression of Bill Daly later if time permits, but this is what happens. You try to tackle some issues, and the next thing you know, you're talking about why the grass won't grow in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
That's right.
What I wanted to ask, was it Young Guns, the movie they cut their teeth on, or what really broke them out as a production company?
I don't know. I wasn't aware of them until I got to Warner Brothers. And shortly after I got there, they were doing the Robin Hood movie, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. With
fantastic movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that was their biggest hit ever. They're probably still making money off of that. And then they adopted the music from that movie as their logo music.
Yeah. Well, Costner's probably making the money off it, honestly, but there's probably something in it for the production company. That movie was surprisingly good. Costner was not my pick for Robin Hood ever, but I thought the movie as a whole was good.
Well, you know, Kevin was really hot at the time. His attempts at a British accent didn't really work.
But you got to maintain it, right? You got to maintain it through the whole movie.
What happened was at some point, Kevin Reynolds, the director, told Kevin, look, you look uncomfortable. Just drop it. Just play it straight. And that's what he did. So he became the surfer dude, Robin Hood, you know. But
should you drop an accent midway through production, or should you just stick with it at that point? I mean, and then you have all these mismatched.
You know, it didn't seem to matter. The people who complained about it already paid their money to see it. So it didn't really matter. It didn't hurt the box office as far as I know. And it did really, really well. It was, as I said, it was their biggest hit. So you can't argue it's that kind of success. And I liked the movie a lot. It's really, really well done. Really well made. They had a good group of people making it. And Jim Wilson was Kevin's producer, and he was one of the producers on that. I don't know who else produced it on behalf of Castle Rock, but Kevin Reynolds directing and Jim Wilson producing. That's a winning combination in my book.
I love Reynolds as a director. Honestly, always have. I think he's solid. I mean, I know he gets shrapnel over Waterworld and some of these other things that came later, but I always thought he could deliver your images and put a pretty decent movie together.
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.